Saxon Algebra 1/2, lesson 57. If this looks familiar, it's because the last lesson was called Equations with Mixed Numbers, and now this one's called Mixed Number Problems. How is that different? I don't know. It sounds really like the same thing. So that's good news, right? Because it means this should look familiar. Just a reminder that whatever I write down, I want you to write down. Pause me if you need to. I know that can be distracting, especially if you're watching this in a group and some people need more time than others. I realize that it can be really disorienting. And again, I'm fine with you guys watching these lessons together in a group so that it feels like a class, but that is not ideal, in my opinion. It's much better to watch these by yourself so that you can pause when you need to pause and keep going when you personally would like to keep going. So sometimes that may mean you need to watch the lessons over at home so that you can really focus on what's going on. But again, it's fine with me if you want to watch them together, but it's not the best way to learn, my friends, because other human beings have other needs. So keep that in mind. 2 1/2 of what number is 7 1/3? Let me write that down. 2 1/2 of what number is 7 1/3? Okay, well, I can see right away that these are frickin' formula problems, right? Because the of and the is. So that makes me want to write this down right away. Now, there was at least one test where I subtracted a point because my darling student did not write the formula by the problem. You guys, I'm really strict about this for reasons you will learn to appreciate as we go on through the years, but you have to write down the formula before you use it in the problem, okay? I will take points off always for review problems from now on, and for the test, you have to put the formula. Gosh, I am wound up today, aren't I? I am just being cranky. Okay, so we know this is our format. We know these are our numbers. This is the drama of this lesson. Mixed numbers. You know how I feel. I'm not even going to say anything. We're just going to convert them to improper fractions right away. So this is the fraction number, and that would be what? 5/2. Of what number? Okay, that tells us this is the mystery number. Is, that's on the other side of the equal sign, and this would be what? 21/22/3. There's our variable. We're multiplying by a fraction, so we're going to use the reciprocal to make that go away. We don't want to divide. Right? This side now turns to 1, right? Because 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10, so that would be 10/10. That equals 1. 1 times any number is the same number, so it just goes away. This is by itself now. And this side is, we can't cancel anything, 44/15 equals what number? That's our final answer. What that means is that if you had this number and you multiplied it by 2 1/2, that's what you would get. Weird, right? That's just a weird little number. But you can see this process. Just convert to impropers and go. Example 57.2. Sorry, I got fast on that. There are only 2 problems for this lesson, so this is the end of it. 2 1/5 of, let's see, I'm trying to read that number in the dark. 8 1/8 of 8 1/8 is what number? Again, we need to refer to our formula that is so important, you guys. That's the fraction, that's the of number, that's the is number. It's kind of tricky when there's another fraction in the expression, but we know that this fraction goes with the of. So this must be, right? This fraction is the one that goes with the of word, so we know that must be the of number. This one is obviously the is number. It's the mystery. So this has to be the fraction. Okay. we convert everything, and we get 11/5 times 64, 65. Oh, 65. I said 65 and I wrote 25. Huh, go figure. Over 8. That's 65. That's what we're going to do. That's going to equal what number? Sorry. Oh my gosh. So messy, right? So I'm just converting both of those to impropers. 11 over 5 times 65 over 8. I should just stop talking and only write. But my writing's no better. Oh my gosh, I'm having a meltdown. So now I need to simplify this. 11 and 8, that's no good. But 5 does go into 65, right? 5 goes into 50. 5 times 10 equals 50. And so then I need 5 times 3 to get me that last 15, right, to go to 65. So this tells me that it's 5 times 13. So I can do that. That's a 1 and that's a 13. 13 is prime, so it's not going to break down. So I can just multiply 11 times 13. I happen to know, I'm going to write it here. It's 143 over 8 equals what number? Despite my aneurysm I had here, I hope you can see that this lesson is quite straightforward. Just convert your mixed numbers to impropers. Use reciprocals when you have a fraction that's being multiplied by the variable. Yay, it's fun. That's the end of lesson 57. Thank you, goodbye.